Diablo, the Lord of Terror's semi-celestial binds are weakening, allowing him to walk among the mortal world in search of his brothers, the demon lords, Mephisto and Baal. As he draws nearer to his brethren, Diablo's power grows and will eventually permit him to shed his mortal coil. Together, the brothers, also known as the Three Prime Evils, seek out the World Stone, the heart and soul of this world, with the ultimate goal of corrupting the World Stone and controlling humanity, drawing ever closer to reality. A small band of adventurers has been plucked from distant realms and thrown together in this new world, placed upon a path with the aim of stopping this corruption before it can consume everything and spread to other dimensions. Welcome to the world of Sanctuary.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Abracadagger. It's been a couple of weeks. Sorry about that. Getting towards the end of the campaign here. I would like to try and play with everyone here. Unfortunately, things just aren't lining up. So we had someone miss last week. We skipped. I didn't want to skip another week, even though we have another person missing this week. But we'll be all right. We'll get through it. That's how life goes, I guess. So we're going to jump into this. I didn't ask who's doing the recap. Am I doing that this week, or is Rowan in charge of that still?
Me.
Okay. Well, Rowan?
I'm pretty sure if anyone else did it, she would probably kill them. In game.
Rowan,
Kill them in game.
take it away.
So last session, I guess we started our combat in the cave area, outside the cave, with a bunch of weird demons that were followers of Baal, right? Is how we're pronouncing it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And like there are two giant, I guess, demons, fiends that one of them was like, I guess, almost like a taskmaster whipping the smaller followers, and then it kind of made them blow up. They sprung a trap and dropped Vec into a pit, which was honestly, out of everyone to drop into a pit, Vec was the worst choice probably for them. Because Vec just completely wrecked their shit in that pit. And then they swarmed us the rest of the party as we moved up. But, we were able to make, I guess, not really quick work of them, but they were pretty much handled. Though Boros did trigger an avalanche. And then we floundered, I guess, for 20 minutes IRL, 30 seconds in game, to figure out what we're doing with the avalanche. Are we going in a cave? Are we flying straight up? Thanks to Thebes' neat little trick. And Vec ended up climbing up, right? We ended up going up into the sky, and Thebe basically guided us up the mountain until his spell stopped, and now we're further up the mountain pass, and just traveling. We're on the second mountain peak right now, right?
Yes. You guys are... There seems to be a path that you found that kind of winded up the rest of the mountain there, and now is traveling across, up and down the peak here, towards the next mountain peak.
So yeah, we're still trying to make our way to that third mountain peak on the south side, south or north side, I can't remember. To get to that plateau that Mala told us about, to look for the entrance into No, not temple. It's an entrance to a cave that will lead us to the temple of ancients.
Ancients. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where we are right now.
All right.
I think. Did I leave anything out?
No, it was pretty much a big fight y'all had, and then, like you said, the avalanche. It was trying to figure out how to get away from it, but Thee, in a very clutch move, lifted everybody off the ground. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It was actually, I think it was kind of a short session last week. I mean, last session. But yeah, that's where we are. We were looking at the sun beginning to kind of go down. Being you're high up on a mountain, you get a little more daylight than normal, but it is getting dark quickly. And with that, you notice the temperature is also dropping. Uh-oh. We just lost someone. We lost Anthony. Oh, there he is. Simon, you with us? You back? Okay.
Who are you talking to?
Simon.
Oh.
He disconnected and he just jumped back, but he's not saying anything.
Oh. Say, give me a sec.
All right.
There he is.
All right. Don't tell me that you asked me something that you need to know.
Nope.
Right.
Just clarify. Just make sure you were back before we jumped right back into it.
Yeah, dude.
I
on.
just all I said was as the sun begins to go down, you notice that the temperature follows suit. It was already cold as shit here, and now it is getting much colder as you realize you may want to find some way to get out of the winds on the top of this peak with the temperature dropping like it is. So, do we continue? Do we push on into the night and the cold be damned? Or would y'all like to try and find somewhere to stay? Or maybe you decide to jump off the side of the mountain. I don't know. What are we doing?
Did we actually survive the avalanche? Everything's good.
Oh yeah, y'all were able to get up to the mountain peak.
Yeah, we're actually
Yeah,
just dead. We're just dead and we're looking off the peaks of heaven, you know?
No, we're alive. We made it. What is wrong with you guys?
This campaign
Negative
took a
minds
morbid
back.
turn.
My God. I think once we make it to the peak and the spell's just worn off with dusk approaching, I would look at the others and say, we should seek shelter. No matter what happens now, we should not face foes when we're exhausted and out in a place that we don't know the terrain.
You have a point, but what about the others? Sentinel and Licka, weren't they going to be following close behind us?
Even more reason for us to make camp. We can keep watch for them.
Are there any, like, trees or anything that we can make lumber to even start, like, any semblance of a camp here?
Um, there's not much on the top of a mountain. Maybe a few shrubs here and there, but give me a. You're trained in nature. Give me a nature check.
Oh boy.
Funny, I was just looking at that too. Yeah. Boros, as this is brought up, and you begin to think about this, you look around, and you do see a tree here and there, maybe a little patch of trees somewhere down the side of the mountain or further ahead. Not a lot, right? You're on top of a mountain. But there's usually shrubs and bushes and little things growing in your immediate vicinity. Where some of the trees you saw down in the canyon, in the ravine, had leaves and were growing. They were covered in snow, but they were alive, right? Evergreen type trees. Up here, as you look around, you notice the shrubbery and bushes and maybe a little small tree growing out sideways here and there are completely dead. And as you go to, this strikes you as kind of odd, because trees you see that are not near the path, further down the mountain or further up on the side of the cliff or whatever, you see tree or whatever coming out, or bush growing, and there's some green to it. But here on the path that you're on, the few the little bit of foliage that you do see is just brown and almost blackened, and as you go to kind of touch one just to see, it just crumbles to dust.
I don't think this foliage is going to be much use.
I think Draven would pipe up here. God, I feel like such a loser. No, I just feel like I'm gonna be talking so much, so I apologize in advance. You can message me to shut up.
Nope,
But
Draven talks a lot.
Yeah, but I will not talk a lot. Draven would, a bit muted than he normally is, after taking the back seat for a bit, would say, "This is foolish. Why are we walking when I can make us a place to remain in peace for the evening? Rosé, you know this. Why do you not tell them how great I am?" And he's probably going to take out, a handkerchief, and he kind of raises it up like he's about to smack Ross in the face.
Wait, is it that spell thing you cast at that lizard temple with that we can stay inside of that weird transparent dome, right? Is it that one you're talking about?
You can see there's a snarky response on the tip of his tongue. But he will say, "Just so. Pero, I, the great me, will only do it if 3 people tell me how wonderful I am right now.
Oh,
Otherwise,
God.
you all sleep out in the cold." And he turns his back to you all. To everyone.
Well, before we sing our praises about the amazing and gracious Draven stalemate,
That is one.
is there even going to be enough room for all of us in this bubble that you're going to conjure?
And also, will it block out the wind?
I do not hear praises. I will not speak to anyone unless I get my praises.
I can't say the
Oh,
dude
my
is
sweet humble
actually
brother.
as
Will it
great as he
block
believes.
out the wind?
Oh, what was that, Simon?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what did Simon say?
Sorry.
Oh, I'm not gonna say that this dude is great in all things possible, but he has helped out in a pinch. He has saved our ass.
That is 2.5. Rosé,
Imagine he's clapping his hands like he's summoning a butler.
I'll do Rumps.
Yep, you do it perfectly. There is no praise coming from them. We have one other person. Beck, it's you or we need to find a natural habitat to bunker down.
Wait, no, I play Licca.
Oh, or Licca, fair enough.
Licca's not with us right now, is he?
Yeah, Licca is with us. It's Sentinel, Grigor, and
No, Grease. Sentinel, Grease, Heinrich,
Grease.
and
yeah, there we go. Grigor. Wow, I meant
Grigor!
I've been fiending for a Grigor in our group, guys. Obviously. Yeah. So I guess Licca or Vec could say something.
Draven, the talented arena fighter.
That was awful. 2 3/4.
I don't know if Vec has like. I don't know. He hasn't. I don't know.
Draven.
Didn't Draven do
That's
some
awesome.
training? What with all the other guys that were out of the main party?
Yeah, he did.
He did, yeah.
There you go. Okay, just.
I don't
making
know if Licca is able to. I don't know if Licca would be like,
Yep.
up with
You
it with
guys
the
know
flowery
Draven.
language though.
Yep. You gotta glaze him or it's not happening.
Well, Vec?
Great and mighty Draven Stalemate.
Like a little hand puppet.
It's fall at your feet.
I don't know what that
Mr.
was for.
Sacco.
Is the
3.
mental link still up?
I think so.
Should
I
be.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
I wrote
if
like
Vec's
9
gonna-
hours.
Okay, yeah, because if Vec is gonna say anything, he's gonna say it through the mental link because he can't speak eloquently. But through the mental link, he just kind of just like looks over at Draven, and just you just hear this audible sigh through the mental link, and he's like, "Oh, great esteemed Draven, please grace us with your hospitality."
Man so exhausted he sighs in his mind.
That is valid. Vec got a whopping, bruh.
The followers of Saloon fall at your feet. No answer your sister's question.
Oh my god.
This will have to do, I suppose. And yes, of course, the great me will block out the wind. The very heavens sing my praises, and so the wind will remain out.
Lightning strikes across the sky as he says that.
Yep, and he gestures, and sakura flowers begin to shower down from nowhere as his hands are upraised towards the heavens.
And there's a small as the dome pops into existence.
There you go. We have a place to stay.
Is it like up against the wall, or are we in the middle of some sort of
You-
desolate plain?
You're kind of in the middle of the trail.
Oh,
It's just
It's-
a bubble in the middle of the fucking
Yeah,
trail.
pretty much.
He would definitely do that. So
It is not a different dimension. It's just a shelter that is created that he can make opaque or transparent. He can make it where you can see out, but they can't see in. Whatever he wants to do with the dome itself.
10-foot radius, 10-foot high as well.
yes, of course.
Vec's gonna have to crouch in this thing.
Quite.
10-foot radius, so 20-foot diameter. Man, that's plenty of room for y'all.
Wait.
Yeah, I mean, it can fit 10 medium-sized people, or 9 medium-sized people.
The dome just stays in one place, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna try to do a little something something. That's why I was gonna ask you what your spell entailed. But okay, we'll just go with this.
Then speak quickly, Rohan.
He just kind of makes a face at him.
You see him kind of, raises his chin, but you can see a small smile that is genuine and sincere, and I think only those with incredibly high perception and insight would know the source is in fact Rowan. Does anyone say anything? We have a shelter now.
Jinx.
Thebe walks into the shelter, and immediately, at the moment, have you decided whether it's transparent, translucent? Is it opaque? What does it look like at this very moment of creation?
No one is going to have a say in this. This is definitely just going to be Draven's decision. So I'm going to roll a dice. I'm going to say high. So above 51 and above it's opaque, and below it is transparent.
So
Okay, it's opaque.
Okay. Thebe just walks in, smoking.
Oh goodness
Oh,
gracious!
no.
He's gonna get secondhand high.
Are we gonna get hotboxed?
No. Actually, that's yep. Yep. Oh, you said Thebe walked into it?
Yeah, he walked into the dome. He's inside now, smoking it up.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, knowing that Thebe was present and he was one of the people allowed, I feel like Draven would be smart enough to be like, um, yeah, I think he'd be smart enough to let Draven's Kush. I mean, not Kush, definitely not Kush. Everyone, it's herbal
Herb-
medicine.
Herbal remedies.
Yeah, herbal remedies drift out of the dome and pass through it.
Sure. I would imagine that is an option, even though the spell doesn't say so, simply because a lot of people are going to light a fire maybe within, So.
Well, it
Imagine
does say
he cast
creatures and
gas in there.
objects.
Oh,
It would say creatures and objects within the dome when you cast it can move through it freely,
Right.
which, yeah, I don't know.
Smoke is
It's
an
up to you.
object, so.
Yeah.
All right. So, Thebe is in. There is now shelter. Let's figure out. What are y'all gonna do here? Who's gonna keep watch? Obviously, somebody's gonna keep watch, right?
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second.
I'll take the last.
All right. Well, it is that time as the dome is created and people begin to kind of get in and get situated. It is dark very quickly. Once you guys get in there, it's bright out here on the mountaintop for being nighttime, as there's nothing to obstruct moonlight and stars. It's actually quite peaceful inside the dome, where the wind is not constantly howling in your ears. I imagine you said it's opaque, but you can see out of it, correct? It's just opaque from the outside?
See.
Okay. So, yeah, as those of you that do go in and lay down, I imagine everybody at some point goes in there. As you look up, it's the second you step through and that howling wind stops driving into your ears, and the cold, the temperature of your skin and cheeks begin to kind of warm up a little. It's a beautiful starry night, and you don't know if that is calm before the storm, but it's peaceful. Anybody have anything they want to take care of before we get into the watches for the night?
Mm,
No? Okay.
Yes, I do, but I'm waiting for other people to say something because I've
Oh.
spoken a lot.
Okay.
oh, actually, before, like, so when Draven conjures the dome, he conjures it around us, or does he conjure it, like, outside of an area and we step into it?
Yeah.
I think that was kind of determined by me saying Thebes steps in, so I think it's already kind of implemented that he created it and now you have to walk into it. And that was on me because I didn't think to ask that, so my bad.
That's okay. I mean, if need be, it gets cast again. No worries. I will burn the second spell slot.
Okay, so before entering the dome, I would walk a little further up the path, and I'd set down a Guardian of Faith,
Okay, how
like
far?
right in the middle of the fucking path.
Yeah, so your pathway here, the width varies. You're on the side of a mountain, at the top of a mountain. Sorry. So you get spots where it's maybe 30 feet wide, and then it narrows down to where it's almost single file at places. You do find a spot where it's only about 15 feet wide, which is kind of perfect to drop your guy right in the middle of that.
Yep, I'm dropping there.
Okay. Garden of Faith, and that one is. Oh, that one. Okay. Okay. Which, you know what, Rowan? What's your passive perception?
My passive?
22. You see, as you're casting the spell, like in the middle of casting the spell, a movement catches your eye off to the side of the trail there in some snow.
What
And as
do
you,
I?
as you glance over, trying to maintain the concentration while casting here, you see what looks like a little snow bunny. Its back is to you. You see its little tail there, but it seems to be eating just peacefully off in the snow there.
I would like to make an active perception check.
Sure. Is this during the casting or after? Jesus Christ.
After. It doesn't take me long to cast a spell. It's not a concentration spell.
Right. It takes what? Is it just an action to do this one?
Just an action.
Okay. Yeah. You kind of lean to the side and look over, trying to check out this little rabbit. It's been a while since you've seen something natural, right? Especially something that looks familiar. As you kind of look around, you notice that the snow, with the 20 and the moonlight and the starlight, yeah, you notice that the snow in front of it has a reddish tint. And the fur on the front of the rabbit seems to be covered in red as well.
We're gonna back away slowly. Gonna keep an eye. Well, I'm gonna try to be subtle and then pretend I don't notice anything. And then I'm gonna go back down towards the group.
Yeah, as you begin to back away, the clink clink of your armor, you see the ears of the rabbit twitch, and it kind of sits up a little. And as it jerks its head in your direction, you definitely see it is covered in blood, and it seems to have a rabbit foot sticking out of its mouth. And as you notice now, you see the viscera in front of it is another rabbit. and as you focus in on the one that turned and looked at you, its eyes are streaked with red, almost bloodshot. They very much look like people's eyes when you guys had that corruption and the eyes had them black veins in them. And the rabbit foot falls from its mouth as it hops a couple of times towards you in your direction. You don't know what a rabbit's screech sounds like, but the noise you hear come from this creature is... There's a shiver down your spine as it advances.
Punch you, bitch.
It is advancing.
In the mental link, I am saying, hey, I found a man-eating rabbit up here.
Man-eating rabbit.
Throw the holy hand grenade!
Yeah. It's quite the assumption, Rowan. What do you mean man-eating?
It leaps at you. Teeth.
Yeah,
Teeth.
yeah, I'm
bared.
already positioned to fight it.
Rowan's a big, strong person, but there's a rabbit facing her. No, it leaps at you. Kind of bounces off your armor, hits the ground and pivots, and it is coming in for another attack.
I
Might go for
want
the
to position
jugular.
myself to... We're on the side of a mountain, right?
Yes.
If it leaps at me, I want to bat it away with Kavath. Kind of like a baseball, but with a larger surface.
Yeah. Just roll me a d20.
Yep.
It's got like a 11 AC.
I'm batting it down the side of a mountain.
Rabbit got in a fighting stance, bruh.
Yeah,
Wow.
With your bonuses, as you smack the rabbit, you hear it, and it flies about 10-15 feet away from you with the force of Kavath behind it. And
I specifically want to bat it off the side of a mountain.
well, you're on the peak of the mountain, right? So there is a little flat surface here. It's not just a straight drop unless you walk over.
Okay,
to where you
so
can see down.
So I can't bat it in the direction of the ledge.
If you wish to do that, certainly. As you hear a snap, you see the rabbit just kind of tumble out of view.
I've handled it. I say in the mental link.
Rowan has her own battle story now.
The epic fight.
Rowan, don't play out there. Most likely there are more fiends the closer we get to the temple.
I just wanted to put down a guard up here, but okay. I stalk back the 30 feet that I walked away from camp.
Oh, so we could totally see her the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Well, still said grumpily through the link.
Okay.
That kind of already like places weapons on the ground. It's already about to go to sleep.
Anything else, Ron?
No.
Anybody else?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did have a twofer unless there was someone else that wanted to do something.
Yeah, the night is yours to do with as you please. I mean, you got your watches established already. When y'all are ready, we'll get to the watches.
Did Simon or Boros have anything?
Well, is this a long rest kind of thing or a short rest kind of thing?
It'd be a long rest.
Yeah, we're camped out
Okay.
for the night, boss.
Not until my watch.
Yeah, pretty much not into mine either.
Dude, I didn't even know that was possible.
So then what I would do is, as Ross would do, is need to be specific now. Damn it. He trudges over to where Vec is laid down. He's already removed his armor and whatnot with some fussing. It took several minutes, like 12, 13. But um, he crouches down beside Vec, and I think he would, before, saying anything to him, he would expand his senses just to see that, Vec was out of sight for a little bit. We don't know what all the chaos is. He reaches out and just tries to see if there's anything that's changed in Vec. Has he been influenced by anything? And also, naturally, checking the surrounding area, but obviously he can't see anything, so he's taking off the helmet as well. Does Vec seem all right? He hasn't secretly been twisted to evil.
You seem fine, Beck. You don't notice anything.
Okay.
I'm saying that to Vec. So Vec, you can say that how you wish, or you can act evil. I don't care. But as far as you know, Vec, there's nothing wrong with you. You don't feel anything, any influence or anything.
And he looks fine.
Okay. Then I think I would reach out and put a hand on you. Ragged as you look. Are you all right?
Vec would just kind of like perk his ears up for a little bit and just kind of just turn his head towards you while he was still laying down. I'm fine, just tired.
I know. That's why I'm asking. You're never tired, yet you look wrung out.
Don't know what to do after.
I think
Well,
this. Sorry.
No, that was it.
Yeah, I was going to say I think this would prompt me to sit down cross-legged beside you. Is that what you want to do? Return home?
Where else I go?
We're obviously all close together. Unless, yeah, this is Simon's link, so there's really no room for privacy unless we're just whispering each other's ears. But Ross doesn't seem to think this warrants a private conversation, so he would be pretty open about it. Turning to look at you, he would say, "There are many here who would welcome your company. Perhaps you could return with Draven and Simon, and or Simon, I suppose, and see if you can't make something better of their timelines. Or maybe you might consider returning with Rowan, if she would have you, or anyone else, for that matter. Boros." And I look at Boros, and there's another name that I'm clearly about to say, but I bite that name back and I don't say it. There are endless paths before you, my friend. You just need to choose one.
One. Vec has a hard time trying to like judge with everyone's timelines. That's kind of confusing to him. So it's just he's not sure on like that question. But he just looks at you and just worried about friend at home.
You spoke of them before. I know that when you left, they weren't safe. Do you think perhaps if you went back now, things would be different.
Not sure. Don't know how. Don't know how the time magic work.
Well, we have one of the smartest people alive right here in camp with us. And I try to catch Boros's eye. Perhaps with a little bit of research and time, we could all return to moments that we could learn to cherish rather than concern ourselves over.
What year were you from?
When you ask this, you see me purposefully not look at Draven, who I think Draven would be, kind of looking at this conversation, even though he seems to be mumbling to himself about something. What that might be, who knows? I do have something a bit long-winded later, just because it's a very Draven thing to do, so I'm going to do it. And I don't care what any of you say. But I think Ross would say it was 1492. Dale Reckoning is the time period.
You know what? I honestly should have written down the year when I was taken, because I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was before that.
Actually, if you think about it, it was close to the same time because, maybe a decade or so at most apart. Because Ross and Draven popped up, they went to Luke Lane, and you were already there, and then they met the party, and then just a day or two later, they found out you were in the cell. So it might be a decade or so difference in your timeline and Draven and Ross's timeline.
Yeah, so
like earlier, like what you said, it was what year, Ross?
Oh shoot! Sorry, not 92. It was 1400. Dale Reckoning. My bad.
Okay, so yeah, you would be probably your timeline is probably 10 years earlier than theirs, Vec.
yeah, if it was 10 years earlier, I would have been 8. Vec would have still been a cub.
Yeah, what would you say to that?
He would look at you and would have been too young. Only cub.
Yeah, that does seem to draw a nod from Ross. As I said, I'm not sure how any of this works either, but we have plenty of smart people at our corner. Not only is Boros available to us, but the old man would likely be willing to help as well.
Well, would survive first.
You worried about surviving? You're probably the hardest thing I've ever seen to kill in my life. Gotcha, DM.
Yeah, that was in response to your divine sense.
Freaking Anthony. Rest well, my friend. I did not mean to trouble you with thoughts before your sleep. You looked haggard and in need of a friend.
Appreciate.
I smile and give your arm a squeeze.
And Vic will go to sleep holding his great swords.
Okay, this is the Draven thing, and DM, I don't care what you say. I'm gonna sing it over you if I have to. Finally, I think Draven would clear his throat.
Sounds like an Italian grandpa.
And then, after much smacking of the lips, his voice raises, and unlike mine, it's actually beautiful, as it seems to be to himself, but in such confined spaces. And honestly, everything within 30 feet would probably hear this as well. Oh, gather close, ye fools and friends. A tale begins, though none dare end, of Draven bright, the flame unquenched, whose name the stars themselves have clenched. Above the clouds where eagles soar, I faced the beast infernal yore, the demon Baal with breath like fuego. Will yorer in shame so full of ego. He thinks his wrath can match my flare, his horn shall break neath this fine hair. For I am song in sword and smile, and Baal shall weep in princely style. Me Alma burns with golden fire, a passion none but gods inspire. I'll carve my name upon the sky, while lesser men just watch and die. A toast to valor, destino, fate to Draven, strong, resplendent, great. And Rosé, yes, you try your best, but leave Bale's head to he who's blessed. You shoot your arrows, miss the mark, while I shall dance through shadows dark. And when the bards retell this fight, guess who they'll paint in glorious light? So let then come the flames, the fear, for Draven's voice is all they'll hear. This mountain sings, the fire glows, and I alone shall strike the pose. And then he stands up, gives a sly grin, and looks at Ross expectantly for like 30 seconds. And when there's no response, he just says, Ay, Dios mío, Ross, try to keep up, wouldn't you? This was your moment for the duet, fool! And then he just shakes his head and goes to the corner, grumbling about how useless all of his comments are.
As Simon dances the jig.
Hey!
Oh, y'all did read chat, right?
I did.
I suspect there's a few nervous glances out and about.
Oh yeah, he was not quiet at all.
You just see Vec trying to pile snow on top of his head.
Simon stands up and begins clapping. Encore! Encore!
You see Draven definitely smile. Of course, mi amigo. He begins quickly trying to compose another ballad.
Maybe another night. Vec needs to rest as he is, don't you see?
Yes, the clearer mind is what should hear this voice. Vic, hurry up and sleep! You must wake up and hear my song again!
Vic just trying to put more snow on his head.
Everyone hears Simon humming.
what, Ross? I don't think you've ever seen Simon look this. What's the word?
Chipper?
Unburdened. Yeah, he seems to be kind of letting loose way more than you've ever seen.
Damn it! I was gonna yell at Draven, but now I can't. So Ross shuts
I don't know
up.
about all. I don't know about all that. The most you've ever seen, but
Yeah, Simon appears to be in a great mood.
Hell yeah! Can't help but smile at that. That was it for me, DM.
Yeah, no
Thank you
problem.
for
That
indulging.
was awesome. That might be a clip.
Was that all on the fly, by the way?
Absolutely it was. Yes,
I
absolutely it was.
Well done, sir. Well done.
I don't know if it was.
I had
but
you. I had you on speaker for that.
Hey, I did steal from Road to El Dorado. I stole one of the songs there and redid some stuff for myself.
Nice.
Nice job.
the best way to do it.
Anyone else?
Can't copyright strike me. It's my own words.
Yo,
Weird Al made a career of it.
Fair enough.
That's true.
Anyone else? Well, before y'all do, Thebe is he's still smoking. He seems to still be having some off conversation with somebody y'all don't see. You'll hear him comment or laugh every once in a while, and it doesn't appear that anybody's talking to him.
Who?
Thebe.
Thebe.
Hmm.
But other than that, I mean, anyone else? Boros?
Yeah, as the night kind of winds down and the first watch is starting to begin, Boros is just kind of standing off to the side, like kind of just looking at the sky and thinking about the time he first woke up in this world. Mostly reminiscing about his name, because it's not his name. He doesn't know his real name. All he heard was jumbled parts of a word, and that kind of stuck. So he's just gonna think about that. Try to get some clarity on that. And see if he can remember what that word actually was.
Give me. Give me a history check.
Ooh, buddy.
Yeah, after a few moments, you're thinking back on this, trying to remember what somebody had called you at some point in your life, right? Trying to figure out where Boros came from. And as you said, it was kind of some jumbled words, and you thought you heard the word Boros. But what you realize is that someone was speaking to you, but the name they used was not Boros.
It was Balerion the Dread.
It was that.
Dude. Can it be that? I don't know what the canon is, but can it be that though, for real?
Can it be what? What you
Balerion
say?
the Dread.
Oh no!
Balerion the Dread.
I sent him a tell. I sent him a message.
It sure does feel like Balerion the Dread, I'll tell you what. Okay.
But that makes no sense to you. with a 25, you know what? Give me an Arcana check. See if you realize something.
Oh, wait till you see the bonus I have on this shit.
It doesn't matter. Continue on.
That's
Can
so sad.
can I use my bardic inspiration?
You
Yeah.
can. Oh, by the way, Bardic Inspiration. Let's see who has it and who does not.
You mean inspiration?
I mean, inspiration. Yeah, everybody should have their Bardic if they wish.
Draven does. Ross does.
Oh,
Let's go.
How's
Yeah.
the 28 going?
maximum.
Everybody has inspiration. Rowan, unfortunately, there's no one to give it to.
Fudge.
So I'll take it.
No,
No, you will not. Not unless it's for Thebe.
Okay, so Jesus, you rolled a fucking 10? Okay. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna type this out. So you guys go ahead and do. If anybody else has anything, go ahead and have at it.
I have made a grave mistake, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you say ladies and gentlemen?
It. My word's no good, okay? My brain don't got the yeah, the dictionary.
Like, you didn't get that built-in thesaurus on
I couldn't
first make?
get out the word thesaurus. Oh
My
my
God.
god. I don't deserve to play a wizard. I'm not that smart.
No, that's the funny part.
Oh my
You
god.
just make up shit along the way.
Yeah, you sure do. Isn't that what every good wizard does, though?
Make shit
Yeah,
up.
Yeah.
who follows the book? No
Yeah, I
one
was
reads
gonna
the
say,
instruction manual.
The wizard is the one person that doesn't make it up. They literally practice to do what they do.
Sean,
Oh.
how am I gonna get these snacks to you without crushing it in the luggage? Oh, jeez.
You
I
put
need
it
a
in a
box.
separate box.
That's fair.
Airline restrictions. I don't know how that's gonna go.
You put it as your carry-on.
The box is the carry-on
No,
In-
like
in a
inside, like
bag.
this-
inside my carry-on.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but my carry-on's a luggage, and I'm already putting books and yeah. Well, I'll figure it out.
Just
also not
just
bring
Tetris
up,
it.
like Tetris it. That's not incorrect. But you also don't have to bring as much. Remember that.
What's
Just bring yourself. That's the most important luggage.
okay? What snacks? I'll figure it out.
There will be snacks along the way.
Any reaction to that realization?
He's gonna, because he doesn't know that name. Not, well, he's read Ross's journal,
Mm-hmm.
so he knows of them. He maybe a mite uncharacteristically, Boros is gonna start hyperventilating a little bit. Losing focus, kind of just like staring up at the sky, but not moving.
Y'all are in a very quiet bubble, very close together. So everybody realizes the hyperventilating that's happening here.
I mean, do I?
Oh,
Vex
your
kinda got
head's
snow.
covered in snow. Yeah, you're snowed in.
Vex a little
So
snow knoll.
maybe not Vec, but that's up to you. Why's my head? Oh, don't tell me this.
Boris, are you okay over there?
He doesn't seem to hear you. Like, every sound that's coming through his ears is muffled right now over the rushing of his blood through his head.
Gosh, shit. Does it look like a panic attack?
Oh, very much.
Okay, may I've dealt with panic attacks. I hope. May I make a medicine check?
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Ooh, boy, howdy.
Ooh. Okay, Rowan first. You absolutely notice he is having some sort of panic attack. You don't know what sparked it, obviously, but his eyes are wide, his pupils, if best you can tell, because his pupils are not human, they are more slitted, more lizard-like. Seem to be extremely dilated. And Boros, yeah, you just play into it, buddy. Full-on panic attack.
Fucking hell.
Why do you continue to do this to yourself?
Listen, character growth is character growth, baby.
Just the equivalent of stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Kettle. Hot meat kettle.
No! Come on.
Hell
Oh
yeah!
shit! That was great, dude. You ate all of that shit.
Yeah.
That's just so
Take
funny.
away take away that inspiration, DM.
That is awesome.
Okay. Definitely a panic attack.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Am I close enough to have influenced that roll a little bit?
No.
Damn
No,
it.
he said he went off to the corner by himself, so
Well, it's a 10. Is he still in the dome?
it's a
'Cause if
10-foot
he's still in the
radius,
dome-
which is a 20-foot diameter.
Damn it. Orals.
Boros, there's a knot in your stomach.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's like you almost want to puke. Like it's full on panic, bro. Like you're actually you've never seen a dragonborn or lizard folk or whatever the fuck Boros is sweat, but you see beads of sweat dripping down the side of his head.
Oh dear,
Rowan.
oh dear, oh dear. Is physical contact okay with like people suffering panic attacks?
I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
Typically not.
It's dependent on the person and how they trust you. If they're super deep into a panic attack, touching them is not advised.
Yeah.
I was a psych major.
Gonna avoid touching Boros.
Go stand next.
As you get near Boros, the area around him is noticeably warmer than the surrounding area.
He's beginning to sink in what little snow there was. There's a puddle under him.
Somebody quick grab Thebe and drag him next to Boros.
Jesus.
Okay.
Sparkalite.
Boros is sitting on the floor.
No, he's standing.
He's standing.
He's standing and having a panic attack. Perfect.
Maybe-
So I'm shorter than him.
He might be doubled over at this point. I don't know. That's
Okay.
Is the dome getting noticeably warmer now?
no. It stays a set temperature.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Just wanted to
going.
see if I would have like noticed anything since I have my head covered in snow.
I'm gonna move closer. If he's bent over, I'm going to
I don't-
crouch.
I don't know if he's been over. I'm just saying that's up to Boros.
No,
Or,
he's stood stock still like a living statue.
I'm too short now. Shit. I'm gonna see if I can get his attention, wave my hand in front of his face if I can. Definitely not touching him. I am voicing in the mental link that Boros seems to be having a panic attack. We should avoid touching him, probably. And also, it's really warm over here.
In the mental link, you hear almost growling. A distant roar. A very low grumbling. Like an earthquake, but in your mind.
Okay, I guess Beck would notice that with both voices in his head. Just picks his head up and just snow just falling all over him as he just kind of looks over to Rowan and Boros and just tries to gauge the situation. What's wrong with him?
He seems to be having a panic attack.
Beck just kind of gets up and just slowly just walks over to Boros and just tries to almost reach out to grab his shoulder.
No, don't touch him. Don't touch him.
Why?
I would say to Rowan, wait. Maybe that's what's needed.
Is it? Does he need a hug?
Maybe, Vic. I just give you a nod.
And he'll continue and place his hand on his left shoulder. Boros. You okay?
He is hot to the touch.
Yes, he is.
I spelled I spelled that wrong, but you get it.
Yeah, you sure did. Yeah, you sure
Muy
did.
caliente.
I wasn't gonna mention it, but
I just read it and I was like, oh, whoops.
like it's almost it almost burns to touch him. And he tries to speak. It's very shaky. And I am going to actually I'm gonna do this.
I mean, if you're just
I
gonna
wanna
say
say-
you're gonna blow a hole in Vex's chest, and just go ahead and do it.
I'm mentally trying to fight this.
Tell me
DM.
after. Okay, yeah, okay.
I want to roll.
So go eat food, watch the TV. I'll pay attention.
Simon, shh.
I'm gonna roll. I need
A hug.
I need Ross to give me lower high.
Oh, it falls on you, buddy.
Ross is contemplating.
Ross, you there? You heard?
He exploded.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Did Discord
Uh-oh.
screw up? I just saw an exclamation mark appear over Simon's image.
Uh-oh.
Everything seems fine to me.
Yeah, everything's fine on my end. I'm gonna make this roll.
Hang on, Rowan, can you hear us?
I can hear you just fine.
Simon?
Oh, wait.
Ross, you there?
Just think Frost.
Yeah.
Sorry,
there you go.
sorry. Yeah, I'm back.
There you go.
Okay. I
I'm
think it
good
was
as well.
Discord.
Ross, I need you to give me low or high.
Oh no. Don't make me do this. Can I rush over and hug you before I do it?
It
Nope.
doesn't matter what you do.
No!
The intelligence saving throw kind of
Oh god. I'm gonna go high. Come on, dice. Come on.
And you have it hidden. Because we don't know what it is.
Don't do this to me.
And he speaks up. I am Garis. DM, I cannot make my voice go that low. Do you know me? Do you know me?
I suspected this.
As he
As
says this, it's not. There's a rumbling just underneath his voice.
Wait, what was the name? Because I didn't hear it.
Boris.
Varus, sorry.
Aris. Okay.
With a G.
I-
Garis.
Yeah.
Oh,
Garis.
Garis.
I got it
Yeah.
right.
This was talked about, but much earlier on. I don't think Boros talked about it, but Lazarus definitely did tell the
Oh, I know who
group.
that is.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm trying to remember if it was Grease or Vec though. I think it was Vec that
That
was
was-
present in the village, just outside the village
Which
when we
village?
got to Karast.
Oh yeah, that was Vec. Yeah, Grease. Yeah, Vec was in here by then. So
So I want to say that you know.
he may know.
Honestly-
He may recognize the name. I don't know how much of this was told
Fair.
to everyone.
Well, Ross knows a bit.
Well, I know Ross does. He wrote. He
Yeah.
kept a journal and all that. But
Okay,
The
anyway.
only ones who were present for the whole story were Rowan, Simon, and Thebe.
Mhm. Okay.
What did you say your name was?
Garis.
Garis, it's in Foundry chat.
Yeah. I was
His
actually
breathing
asking.
slows a little bit. Finally letting out some of the tension now that he's able to speak. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
No way, dude. You're Boros. You make your own decisions.
But I'm not. I wasn't even Boros when I came here.
Who do you want to be?
Does that matter?
Actually, yeah,
Actually, dude, yeah, of course. Like,
because Lazarus is someone totally different from Boros.
whoever Lazarus was, he's gone. Became me.
Are you sure? Have you explored every corner of your being?
Sorry, I'm a child. I'm not gonna. Please continue.
He's got the
No,
Obi-Wan
I
Kenobi
think you
robes on.
should, dude. I think you please continue.
Have you used a mirror lately?
Yeah.
Much better than what I was going to say. Please continue.
He will tilt his head down. Oh fuck. Okay. He's gonna tilt his head down and look at Ross. When Simon mentions checking himself.
Yeah. I think the moment you look at me, I'm looking in your direction, and our eyes meet, and I would say, who is it that helped me pass that dreadful evening? Yesterday, when I was at my lowest. Was it Boros or was it Garrus?
I don't even know anymore. It felt natural.
Then let that be. Just
I have an idea. I think, and I'm going to not reach. I'm going to look at Vec. I need you, the strongest member of the party.
The strongest Avenger.
Like, I am not strong. I am the weakest one here. What are you talking about?
I need you to break my horn.
Wait. That's too reckless. You don't know what will happen. I'm on my feet now, because that sounds like a terribly dangerous idea.
This horn has caused so many of my transformations. Caused everything that's happened to me.
It is a part of you. What happens if you tear your arm off? Are you any less? Are you any
But it's
more?
not part of me. It attached itself to me.
Please don't do this. There's got to be another way.
I also don't think it's a good idea.
And then what? Allow me to become the monster in your journal?
I won't let you.
So, from what Lazarus has told me when he arrived here, that horn was separate from himself. How is it that you become Garrus in the first place, and that horn is separate? I think, if we're talking about inevitable cycles, that if we remove the horn, out of fear of you becoming Garrus, it will inevitably, without a doubt, lead you to becoming Garrus.
Who
And what Lazarus...
are you?
Hmm?
He cuts you in the middle of your sentence. And who are you to tell me who I am and aren't? Who are you to tell me what to do with my destiny, my life? And the surrounding area gets a little hotter.
Pop off, King.
You actually noticed, I don't know if you noticed, but his voice is much deeper now.
I'm not telling you to do anything.
Oh?
You asked us what you should do. You trusted us to be your team, to be your friends. What we're doing is advising you. You can take our suggestions or not.
What I need now is for this horn to be removed. Because every walking second is turning me into that beast. And every waking moment you defy me makes me closer to running off.
Vic is just gonna kind of look at you and
It's very
like,
clear. It's very clear that there are two different personalities battling within him right now.
is that what you want? Or need?
He looks at you and doesn't say anything, but there's a single tear running down his right eye, while his left is glaring at you with the darkest intent that you have seen Boros express toward any living creature.
Fine.
No. I am moving to intercept you. I know this is your moment. Ross is invested too. He's definitely, he doesn't want to see you hurt, and he thinks it's gonna hurt you.
Boros, as you tried to intervene, swings around. Oh fuck.
Do it. He's not even wearing any armor. He's chopped liver.
No.
I
Do
want
it.
you to eat that log. DM.
Nice.
I want you to eat that log. Oh.
Hold
Do it.
on.
He swings around and gives you the meanest right hook.
You wrestle full control for the moment.
I need this, Ross.
So one, is it with Boros' strength or is it with someone else's?
What
The
you mean?
impact of the punch. The punch.
The
Oh.
the action, the motion seemed unnatural for Boros.
Okay,
the
that's
The
what I need.
punch. So this punch came just before you made that throw, the saving throw.
Yeah.
This punch was definitely not from Boros's live form. This was something else.
Yeah, so you get the anime, like the ground and air kicks up behind the intended target. Yeah. When you say that, Boros, and even feeling, seeing the Japanese kanji for death flash before my eyes.
The
As
giant fist coming in.
Yeah, a giant red fist kind of closes in on me. I don't try to defend myself. I mean, it stops inches before my wherever you're gonna hit, and I very gently would ask, "And what happens when you're not you anymore? If you become anyone else, what does it mean for anything that we've said or promised?"
If this is what I need, then I will be me. And I will be free, Ross.
And it looks like you fully believe this.
Yes, absolutely.
And I give a slow nod. Of course. I would never.
25 seconds.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Rick, I need you to do it
Oh,
now.
yeah. Yeah, I don't say anything else.
Yeah, I mean, which, yeah, just Vec will rage, looking at you, and just grab the horn and attempts to break it off.
I'm gonna stay by Boros. Moral support.
You're muted, Adam.
Sorry. You have, as you try to break this, the breaking this horn, the DC is going to be a 25 for strength or athletics check. No, this is not athletics. This is just pure strength. So just a strength check.
Oh, shnikes.
As he grabs a hold of you, Boros, roll me another wisdom saving throw.
+5.
Mm-hmm.
No!
I'm burning inspiration on that.
Oh!
Hey, could I cast
Oh.
something?
Yeah, you can do. Y'all have this. Think of this as a round in combat. You each have a few seconds to do something here. If you think you
Okay,
can do
hold
something
on.
to help.
Hold on. Seeing that everyone's determined to do this,
You definitely see the inner strife, the struggle, as his eyes constrict, like they go from dilated to thin slits again.
Rowan will cast Enhance Ability on Boros.
Okay.
Boros and Vec, actually, because I can concentrate on 2 spells.
Which one are you enhancing?
So, Boros, I'm gonna enhance Wisdom, because it looks like there's a battle going on within.
Okay.
With Vec, I'm gonna enhance Strength.
Okay, so that gives y'all advantage on the
Mhm.
rolls. Anybody else? Anything else?
As long as it's a check. If it's a save, it doesn't change anything.
Yeah, it's a check. It's a strength check.
Yeah.
I have to roll a save.
Yeah, Boros is a save, unfortunately.
Okay. I will roll at advantage then.
Do it. That's not advantage. Okay, before you say anything, DM. Before you say anything, I have a question.
Mhm.
Alright, rules is written, this should be okay, but I do not currently have the helmet on. Does that mean I cannot use its powers? Because I'm still attuned to it.
You're still attuned to it. Yeah, it is. It's still technically in your possession, right? You just set it down, so you can still access it.
Then Boros gets a 19. That was my second portent die.
Oh shit. Okay.
Could I use my bardic on that?
Yeah, you absolutely can. You can use that bardic on any roll you make.
What was it again?
A D10.
Okay. Cool. Worth it.
Jesus
Boros,
Christ.
there is a moment where you feel as though yourself, your conscience is being pushed down, and you struggle and fight back. What the fuck is that?
That's what my actual roll would be with the 19.
Oh. You fight back and wrestle control away once more. And Vec, there's a moment when you grab a hold of him, you feel as though he starts to pull away and then stops. and you see Boros' eyes kind of, his pupils, his eyes kind of look up at you as if to say, do it. And you give it everything you've got. I need everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Wouldn't I fail? Because wouldn't I technically fail that? Because I'm trying to.
Yeah. You unfortunately are not going to be able to get away.
Yeah,
You're causing it, so...
I'm at the epicenter.
I am the epicenter, so
Let's go to the epicenter together.
yeah, epicenter buddies.
Right into
Jesus Christ.
the danger zone.
That's a +5 for you also, Rowan, so that's a 24.
What's going on? Everyone's rolling 19s.
Jesus. Oh, let me do
What's going on?
Me and Beck are rolling shit.
Can you get Licka for
Hold
me?
on. I'm gonna try. Hold on.
So I need Dex for
Man.
Thebe.
Oh, saving throw. Here we go. This is the same throw. Come on, Ross. You can do it, big boy.
Oh, Licka. Oh, Licka.
Of course. Well. Thick boys, ride out!
Oh,
Okay. There's a loud as the horn snaps, and there is a bright light, and everybody gets thrown back. Those of you, let's see, Thebe failed, Licka failed, Ross failed. Damn.
Don't say damn like that.
I'm just wondering how much damage it is.
So
that was a
Licka,
lot of dice.
yeah, Licka, Ross, and Thebe will take 42 points of damage.
Nom. I eats that.
42 points of damage as there is a small explosion as the horn snaps.
Force damage?
It is force damage. Actually, it's more just pure arcane damage, so nothing that can be resisted, unfortunately.
It's true damage.
Yeah,
It's
basically.
not gonna be like
just
at the
a true
epicenter.
damage. Vec, you will take the 42.
Damage.
As you have no chance to kind of guard yourself or anything in the moment. Simon, this lucky bastard, because he has evasion, completely ducks behind Ross and lets Ross take all of it for him. But everyone
Hell
else,
yeah!
everyone
For my
else,
king!
everyone else that did not fail will take 21 points of damage. Boros, you will take the 42 as well, as it is, again, you're causing it. There's no escaping it for you. But on
It's on your goddamn head.
But on top of that, you will fall unconscious. As everybody kind of blinks away, there's that blurriness where you kind of have double vision for a moment. It takes a few seconds, probably a good 15 seconds. You blink in your eyes and kind of rubbing them, as your vision slowly kind of comes back. Boros is on the ground. The horn is in Vec's hand.
I am immediately conducting medical checks.
Yeah. Probably a good idea.
On
Boros, the one who's unconscious?
yeah, give me a med check.
The man on the ground.
Jesus.
Ooh.
What's with the roll? Man, we should have had combat tonight, guys. Holy shit.
For real.
Yeah, he's breathing. He's just unresponsive.
Could I look at this horn that's in my hand right now?
20.
What's that, Rowan?
Is it? That's it? That's all I'm getting from a natural 20?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with him. He just seems to be unconscious.
So, healthy, aside from being unconscious.
And
Appears to be.
hornless.
No damage to the
Oh yeah,
skull.
there's some blood coming out from The edges of the horn, not the horn itself, because that's bone, right? But around the edges of it, there's some blood, like where the horn, where his natural horns come out of his skin. Around that edge there, there's a little blood. It's not horrible. It's not like enough that it would have knocked him out. But
Did he crack his head when he crumpled?
I mean, it's snow, so there's a little cushion there. But
Also, force damage. Everyone was thrown back. How many of us are still inside of the sphere?
it only knocked you on your ass. It just threw you back like 5 feet.
But Boros was already at the edge of the spear,
Yeah, but he was
So he
the
just
cause.
crumpled.
He was at the center of the blast,
so he crumpled
so
downwards.
he just crumpled down. And Vec, to answer your question, you look at the horn. What are you trying to see?
Is there anything different about it? Like,
It's broken. There's still a piece. There's still a. The runes that you guys would see when Boros would use the horn or cast spells, you would see the runes kind of etched into it, glow and kind of spin around it. The runes are still there, but they are not glowing at this point. Now they're just kind of etched into the bone.
Vec is contemplating on crushing the horn.
Okay.
Vec is going to attempt to crush the horn.
With just your hands?
No, actually, he's gonna actually just take one of, like, he's gonna, like, where he left his swords on the ground, he's gonna pick it up. And he's going to attempt to kind of like cut the horn in half with the sword. Like he just tosses it up and like it's kind of like, you know how like when you practice baseball with yourself, you toss the ball up in the air and you want to hit the ball with the bat.
Right.
Kind of like the same thing, but cut it in half instead of with the sword.
You guys see this happening?
I don't think that's a good idea, Vec.
I'm not concerned with it. I just run to Boros' side.
Right.
At least not on a mountaintop.
Hang on a second. Oh, Boros is unconscious. Hang on
As
a
we're
second.
about to go fight a great evil.
Do it. Throw it so some demon can inherit the horn, and we can fight a demon dragon.
Oh, Ross, you're trained in Arcana.
You?
You know exactly what happens if you destroy a magical artifact.
I mean, there are several things that I would think can happen, but which one specifically would I know?
Usually an unescapable explosion of death and destruction.
Yeah, Vec doesn't know that.
Right.
He just wants to destroy it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say I'm gonna roll anything everything below a 5 will mean I don't have the awareness to say that, because I feel like Boros is down, and you figured that out. Okay. Hearing Rowan's words, I would have Boros's head, slightly off the ground, just because I see the bleeding and whatnot. So I'm gonna try and get a healer's kit out before going over there. Vec, no. Any damage to that artifact, and you're basically condemning him to death. That's not even saying that if he's not at the edge of it right now. Rowan, is there nothing you can do?
For the horn or for Boros? I can do something for both.
Do what you want with the horn. Boros needs to be... Just do something.
So, don't destroy horn.
I look around. We're all injured, right?
Uh, Vec is pretty bad off. The rest of you, I mean, some of you have some nicks and scrapes, but nobody really got hurt too bad in the last fight. This incident caused everyone some damage, but not a horrible amount, right? So.
Okay. Well,
Says you as I look at my HP bar.
No, that's what
Yeah,
I
for
said.
real.
I did say Vec was still kind of fucked up, but
a burst of radiant energy just explodes outwards from Rowan.
oh, I misspelled that too. Fuck, whatever.
Yeah, you sure did.
Shut up. I'm
Ooh,
talking
shit.
and typing. I'm talking and typing.
That's a lot of that's a lot.
That is overkill, but yes, Queen. Yes.
Everyone's getting full up.
Yep, everyone gets full up.
Holy fuck.
God damn.
I mean,
You-
over 200 of that has to go to Vec. Just letting y'all know.
I mean,
yeah, I'm missing. I'm missing a lot.
yeah.
Although my number for my current HP, I gotta say, is nice.
For
I mean,
20?
So,
No, the other nice.
Oh.
Everybody's full. Everybody's full, including Boros. Any blood or nicks or scrapes that happen to be on Boros from this incident or previous incidents heal up instantly, as everyone feels the warming divinity
Light.
flow from Ruin.
Ye-
With that, Rowan just collapses backwards and then reaches for the horn. She's gonna see if she has any extra cloth in her bag to wrap around it, and she's gonna shove it into her bag of holding for safekeeping for now so that we can deal with it later.
Okay.
Don't want it to fall into anyone's hands. Okay, I think I'm all out.
Yeah, I think I would take a moment and look at Rowan. Eyes. I'm not gonna say like deer in headlights look, but once again I'm reminded like, oh yeah, this is a powerful priestess that we keep finding ways to piss off. Mental note.
Also, Boros, any spells that you are granted from the horn,
Damn.
remove those from your spell list, please. I already took
Ooh,
away the
boy,
delayed
howdy.
blast fireball.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
I think it was.
Man. You could have had Renegade Shepherd.
That thing granted him a lot of shit that he just got
I
access
know.
to because of his levels, and now it's gone.
Talk about sacrifice.
I mean, do you want power or do you want to maintain yourself?
Well, I can tell you a
You
little
wanna-
bit about that.
You want to be?
I
You want
can
to
tell
be
you
a
a little
Sith,
about
or
that
do you want to
choice.
be a Jedi?
I can tell you a little bit about that choice.
I mean, you still are yourself, though.
Uh-huh.
Kind of.
Also, anything else? Boros does not seem. I'd say about at this point. I mean, y'all can still do stuff, but about 30 minutes go by after this. And like I said, if you have something you want to do immediately, that's fine. We'll kind of roll it back. But for the next 30 minutes, Boros still remains unconscious.
Yeah, but you know, breathing is even, all that stuff.
Yes, he seems to be
Stable.
sleeping.
We don't have to RP it, but I think if Rowan is actually like visibly drained, Draven would, in his own pompous way, um, he's gonna brother her, if that makes sense. Rowan, you need to sit down. You're making all this noise and I cannot sleep. You with your magic and horns and this and that. Sleep. I will take the watch now.
No, I still have some left.
That wasn't a question, Rowan.
But I could help more.
I will sing again, and I will sing right in your ear. And then what I will do is sing about that time that I spied you with, what was his name? Grease?
Don't bring him into this.
You see him raise a brow, and you know, without a shadow of a doubt, he will absolutely bring him into this.
Rowan's eyes narrow. And because she is like she's basically laid down like near Boros, like very quickly she's gonna dart her hand out and touch Boros's arm.
Okay.
Just for spite.
Being sort of in touch with the divine powers yourself, Ross, you sense a little divinity seep out of Rowan into Boros, but you're not sure what she did.
I mean, she casts a spell, right? I mean,
she did, yes.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to say words and make gestures.
Right, you just don't know what it was.
It's muttering under her breath, but Ross has definitely seen her cast this spell, and he probably knows enough to like kind of catch every other word in her incantation, and then
I would know what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I would know what it is. It is on my spell list. I just don't know the spell.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Death Ward is a paladin spell.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you know exactly what it is.
I know what it is. Yeah, I don't say anything because Ross is, also Simon. Ross is approving of this, but Draven's gonna be an absolute bitch, and he's gonna be gather round. Let me tell you of the date that Rohan and Grease had. It was a nice, quiet evening, and he would begin making up this exaggerated tale that definitely did not happen.
Especially since Rowan went crazy during all that.
Yep.
Rowan has rolled to her side, put her index fingers into her ears to block out the noise, and is going like, la 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 la, I can't hear you, can't hear anything.
Oh, that's fine. He's absolutely going to raise his voice, well over that. And Simon and Vec, you get to hear, and Licka for that matter, you get to hear about how Rowan went for a kiss and ended up just all teeth is what happened with Grease. And unfortunately, there was food spilled all over their clothes, and when they tried to make a happy hour, unfortunately, that's when all of the craziness happened, and they didn't even get to have that. So it was the worst date ever.
So, who begins the first watch?
Yep.
Ross, you said something earlier. Are you going back on that now since this happened? About helping out with the watches?
Ross, I mean, yeah, he stays up throughout the watch.
Right.
He is going to stay with Boros, though.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, because you can still see out of the...
Oh, yeah. He's not going on patrol. He was going to go on patrol, but now it's just more keeping an eye out for things. Yeah.
Okay.
Whoever is on watch, he would quietly say, "There are fiends about. Be careful."
All right. Who was taking the first watch, by the way? Now that this happened, Boros is out.
Draven would, especially if Rowan actually takes his advice and sleeps.
Okay. Rowan, that poses a good question. Are you sleeping, or are you leaning into that elven heritage and just meditating?
Meditating. I'm not actually like so exhausted where I need to sleep yet.
She's meditating like this, la 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 la, with her fingers in her ear.
Instead of you hear
Right?
la
I was about to say,
la.
like, imagine your ancestors coming to you in your trance while you're making those noises. La 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 la. Imagine that. These ancient elven spirits coming to you and you're making those sounds. I hope they kick you out of the trance. Be like, you're not welcome here.
Walala, walala. All right. So who's doing the first watch? Draven, you said. Give me. Go ahead. Let's before we take our break here. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
You. Perception.
Oof. Okay. All right. With that, we'll go ahead and take our break. Nope, not quite yet. 7:45. We'll take our break. Yeah. Draven doesn't notice anything, and nothing happens on his watch. Who would he wake next?
Simon mentioned taking a watch, so.
Yep. Wake up, Simon.
Yeah, but technically Draven could take 2 watches. Nah, I think he wakes Simon up.
Okay.
And then, you know.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wrong. Oh,
It is quiet and peaceful out still when you are awakened, Simon. There's snoring from around you.
Oh, 15 minutes more. All right, Simon gets up.
All right. Roll me a perception check real quick.
Do I need to? Ah,
Yeesh. Oh yeah. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, your watch goes by without a hitch as well.
I beat it, fellas.
Well, it's the percentile I'm rolling that's helping you.
Beat it, just beat it. Yeah.
All right. Who would you wake up after your watch?
What are my options? Who else
You got
declared?
Rowan, Lika, Vec, Thebe, if you want to trust Thebe. I don't know.
All right. Let's wake up Vec.
Yeah, Vec's laying there snoring. There's so there's snow covering his head, and there's 2 little holes where the steam from his breath is melted through. So, like you got a body laying there with the head covered in snow and 2 little holes.
With a
As you-
sigh of what the word I'm looking for? Resignation.
Recognition?
Uh,
Resignation.
yeah. Sadly wake you up. Cause you look like one of those huskies left out in the snow that don't want to go inside. He's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah, he'll wake up.
All right. Vec.
Perception.
Yep. Give me your perception real quick, and we'll
Okay.
resolve that when we get back from break. Okay.
Oh no, I rolled really high.
Yep, we will resolve that when we get back from break. We'll see
Aw.
y'all top of the hour, fellas. Top of the hour. We'll be back in a moment.
Oh, for your horchata. All right, leave it alone, Jazzy. Jesus.
What about Smirnoff
Man.
and coffee?
No, I fucks with that too.
Okay.
So I've been
It's
recording.
just the.
I've been recording since rice milk.
Oh God! All right,
Oh,
now
no.
I'm not gonna put Josh out there because
You don't want to put me on blast for
then the
ice hot
series
milk.
has no hope.
I'm gonna go micro kimchi rice. It'll be fine.
Hey,
All right, let's get back into this. Vec,
Hello.
as you are out on watch, and you notice it's getting close to sunrise. Not quite time to wake everybody up yet, but it is getting close to sunrise. Maybe another hour and a half or so. You do hear something. See if I can find it. It's somewhere. It is somewhere. Yeah. You hear? The fuck is that?
Mm.
You hear this? It is a distance away, but you do hear this strange howling on the wind. Very much similar to the creatures you guys fought on the airship, the flying creatures. But they seem to be just kind of passing by and don't seem to notice you. But they were rather close. You did not see them, so they were either somewhere beyond your vision, or they were down lower in the pass, where below your elevation, where you couldn't quite see them flying below. But that's it. You guys got really lucky with the percentile dice. That's about halfway through your watch.
Okay. If they don't notice us, then yeah, I'm not gonna take any action against it. They passed us, so I mean, Vec will just go back to I guess he'll just continue to sharpen the blades on his great swords and just continue to watch.
There's that moment before sunrise, towards the end of your watch here, where the stillness and the peacefulness is almost, it's inviting, right? You kind of get lost in it. And then there's something about it that is almost unnatural, feels unnatural. Like there should be something up here making noise, especially in those wee hours as the animals begin to stir. There's normally some kind of animal life on mountains, but there's just nothing. And as you're kind of sitting there in the serenity of it all, and that dawns on you, now it becomes more this creepy silence. As your hair kind of stands on end, and you get that kind of shiver. Nothing happens, but there's just this feeling of uneasiness that takes over where before it felt peaceful.
Like as like just that one serene feeling just comes over, and is replaced by this creepy feeling. Just Vec is just gonna stand up, just take like a glance around, like kind of like just spinning in circles, looking in all directions. Just feel like just wondering if he sees anything.
You see nothing. You hear nothing except the wind.
He's wondering if like the bubble is probably obscuring anything, so he's just kind of like momentarily like just poke his head out the bubble, look
Oh,
around.
you stayed in the bubble for your watch?
Were we not supposed to?
I'm just asking. I didn't know. I mean, I assumed y'all would go outside, but that was an assumption. You can see out of the bubble. That's fine. If you want to stay in the bubble, that's fine. So if you're in the bubble, then you wouldn't even hear the wind because it blocks the wind.
No, he'll be outside the bubble then.
Okay. Well, if you're
'Cause-
outside the bubble, then yeah, you definitely hear the wind rushing past your ears. It gusts. It's not steady, right? But it gusts. There's a steady breeze, but you get these gusts. You see snow kind of cascading up in the wind and blowing across the peaks here. But other than that, you hear nothing else. Like it's just it's too quiet for being somewhere like this.
Just he'll just sit on whatever rock he can find and just sit in the silence and just try to stay focused until dawn comes.
Yeah. Towards the end of your watch, you see the lightening of the sky as you know the sun is beginning to shoo away the darkness, I guess.
Does the feeling of that eeriness goes away when dawn comes, or is it still there?
No, it seems as though the piece that you kind of noticed here, or not noticed, that you kind of fell into here, this peaceful night, it just kind of dawned on you that it's not really peaceful. It's more creepy because there should be something. There should be some type of life around here, and there's just nothing.
Did he ever get the feeling like during his watch, like he was being watched at all?
Not at all.
Okay. Okay.
I will say this. Boros, Ross, as you're sitting there, you kind of notice the same thing, right? But you're in the bubble, so the wind is absent for you. That at least the wind rushing past your ears. You hear it on occasion. You hear a gust pick up outside of the bubble as it blows through the mountains. But you kind of notice the same thing. Like there's you would think, you step out on the road a lot in your life, you would think that there would be some kind of animal noises, creature noises, birds flying over, or a hawk or something, and it's completely devoid of any life around here. And Vec and yourself, you both kind of come back to that where Boros mentioned earlier something about the plant life not being useful, and Boros begins to stir. Boros, your eyes kind of open, and as you take a moment, you realize your head is being cradled by Ross, but Ross is staring up and outward, not paying attention.
What happened?
Glancing down and hearing Boros' voice. Is it still Boros?
His voice seems to be Boros, the natural voice you've come to recognize as Boros. Yes.
Vic removed the horn successfully, and it doesn't matter. You're free. You're well. And you see my face, which, for all intents and purposes, looks like a normal human face. Maybe not toot my own horn, but would be ruggedly handsome, except for the blistering red scar of a hand marking one side of it.
I dreamed. It was peaceful. Bustling cities, chattering peoples. I was walking through it all.
Sounds like the home you spoke of. I should wake Rowan to take a look at you. Make sure you're all right.
I feel alright. Perhaps a bit lighter, but
As you say that, you notice your head feels a little lopsided. He's gonna constantly lean into the left for a while. You're gonna have to kind of make him walk a straight line. He constantly like veer off to the left.
I think I'd put a hand against Boris's cheek? Question mark. And I would just softly say, or Ross would softly say, sorry. Take it slow. It's not yet time for us to move. I think Vec is still on watch right now. I kind of look around to make sure Vec is all right.
Yeah, you kind of just see him like perched on whatever rock.
Yeah. It's been quiet. Strange, but quiet.
plant life. It's not suitable to house anything. It simply turns to ash. I wouldn't be surprised if any endemic life were here.
I frown at that, and I think I don't say much other than a matter we can look into after you've taken a bit more time to rest.
I don't think I can feel I've lost some part of me. Not... I don't know how to explain it. A power? It feels like something's missing. But in a good way?
Smile and say, as long as you feel that you are right, then that's all that matters.
He'll nod at that and rest his head back down. He does feel noticeably lighter. Not physically, but his movements seem a little gentler.
Okay. Yeah. I can't help but be happy about that. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy for Boros. I'm smiling. Okay, gotcha. I will not say anything or even stir any further for fear of waking Boros.
Okay. Boros, do you drift off back to sleep, or do you just lay there?
I'm gonna lay there.
Okay. Ross and Vec, you notice that the shadows are now beginning to dwindle as the sun quickly brightens the tip of the mountain here.
Long rest?
Yes, long rest if you need to click the long rest button. I will handle Draven and Thebe.
I'm just gonna
I got Draven.
do this to my HP. Just see how much HP I actually lost before that humongous heal.
Nice.
It was a lot.
Yeah, you took quite a bit of damage in that pit, dude.
Hey, Adam.
Yep.
When you get the chance, Lika's still previous level.
Did I not level him up?
Did you not? Yeah.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Well, fudge. Okay, let's do this. We're just gonna go Paladin. He only rolled 4 hit points. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm oof. I gotta choose a feat, and you know what? I'll do that later. I'll add a feat to his thing later. Okay, he is now the correct level. I'll go through the feats and kind of see what he needs to do. I hit the long rest real quick, just to make sure everything kicks in. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to level him up because we did Draven and all that. We didn't do him.
Tisk, tisk, Adam. Tisk, tisk.
Okay. Yeah, the sun's coming up. I'm sorry, I was doing that. Did y'all raise that? Did y'all awaken everybody, or have we not done that yet?
No, I haven't done that yet, but yeah, I mean, Vec will get off his perch and just go back towards the bubble and start waking people up.
All right. Oh, I need to do this again.
I'll stay with Zabaros and wake Zabaros up
Yeah.
last.
As you guys begin to waken everybody up, there's even those that haven't been awakened yet, but you hear the movement around you, right? You subconsciously you hear people begin to move and all that, and there's a part of you that realizes it's time to wake up, so you slowly begin to kind of drift out of that sleep or trance, if that's what you were doing. just before somebody actually wakes you up. But then those of you that are still half asleep or are just, you know, just getting that grogginess out of your head, there's there's a feeling, a jolt, a change or a shift in everything around you. And those that are fully awake notice that the sun itself darkens slightly and then begins to shine a little brighter. It's normal brightness, I should say. Something happened. Something massive just happened. And you just feel it in your chest. But there's no shaking of the earth or anything like that. It's just this kind of this pulse that goes out.
I mean, those of us that are either religiously or arcanely educated, do
You have
we
no
feel like...
fucking idea what just happened.
Alright. Huh. Yeah. I don't think I would say anything other than after. I don't say anything until after I make sure Boros is okay. But I would say we need to get moving.
Also, Thebe has now smoked everything and has a 22 wisdom.
Nice.
Sweet.
Good for you, Thebe.
With that, as soon as Ross makes the statement that we need to get moving, Thebe stands. Yeah, dude, something bad just happened.
What do you mean?
I don't know, I think we need to move, though. Like, we gotta go.
Yeah, I just look at Boros and ask, are you alright to continue?
There's no time to hesitate now.
Yeah. I look upset at that, but I don't disagree.
Alright. Well, since it's really not a camp, there's nothing to pack up, right? So, yeah, you strap your armors on, those of you that, removed your armor, and about 30 minutes, you head on. Or, I guess about 15, 20 minutes, you head out. The peaks of the mountains, again, are relatively quiet. It's still strange that you see nothing living, no movement in the distance, not even as far as you can see on the mountain side, as far as you can see down, as far as you can see ahead of you, it's just devoid of all life. You do see trees and shrubbery, as I stated earlier, that look to have some green to them, but they are well removed from this path that you're on. This trail that seems to be actually pretty well traveled and established. Everything on this path, and as far as you can see, there are moments when you get to a point where you can see foliage about 40, 50 feet away from the actual path that seems to be thriving. And as you get closer, any foliage you see closer to that or directly on the path turns to ash at a mere touch. And as you travel, this path eventually winds around to the third peak. And
Does it appear that we're following a path that's already been, you know, traveled, and that's why it looks like, you know, death?
You can give me an investigation check if you want, because it's freshly snowed. There's no tracks that are obvious. You'd have to possibly dig down and see if you can get to some dirt or mud or rock, if that be the case, and see if there's anything you pick up. Jesus Christ.
Easy, bud.
There's telltale signs. Simon, you stop, right? You stop at a narrow point, and you begin to really scrutinize the rocks and that are along this trail, this kind of natural wall that is formed in not all the way, but just parts of the trail here, especially where it comes in and kind of narrows. And you see Simon kind of dig down beneath a couple inches of snow. And Simon, you see markings on the pathway that... How long would you spend doing this? If you
Are
found
we
something of interest,
resting,
would you
or
con-
we just...
if you found
Well-
something of interest, would you continue to investigate further?
Yeah, as long as I keep everyone within, you know, dashing distance.
Okay. So Simon, you see Simon stop and scoot. He kind of stoops down and brushes away some snow, and you see you look and you kind of cock your head a little, and you begin to brush away more snow, and everybody kind of sees this as he stops completely and begins to clear out what eventually becomes like a 6-7 foot area of just snow that he's brushed aside. And Simon, you see what looks like holes in the rock, this rock pathway that looked like it was made by some kind of pointed object, but it looks like the area that you scooted apart here, I mean that you cleared out here, with that investigation, it looks like something walking, but it's not feet. It's almost like it's walking on something pointed or stilts or something that dug straight into this the stone itself and just created a small little cone-shaped divot within the stone. You're not sure. I mean, you've never seen him, so. Whatever it is, it's not natural, and it looks like, yes. It's not natural, but it looks like something moved through here recently.
Okay, I relay exactly that. This is to ordered a pattern to just be random holes. So whatever this is, whatever's making these holes is something traveling down this path, or traveled down this path. Whatever passed here obviously killed everything.
I think.
Just thought you would like to know that.
Yeah. Do we still think that this is the best path to follow?
Well, unless it left resistance with it behind it. No. I mean, if it did, I mean, smooth sailing so far, right?
That doesn't make me feel so great. That's
Well, we do have flyers. We could get some overhead shots out in the distance. See what you can see.
I look at Boros and then I look at Simon and I would just say, I don't know that that's necessary. Perhaps we best preserve our energies and make forward as quickly as possible.
Oh, don't you have some of those little twinkle toed boots that you float all over the place?
What?
Yes, my boots don't twinkle though. Regardless, I'm just saying, the time we spent scouting, we could have progressed further.
Avat says that this desolateness is natural after Bale goes through an area.
Sounds about right. So we could assume that we're on the path that, he took.
I agree.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't want to leave Burrows, so I'm gonna pretend like that's the end of the conversation and keep walking.
Okay. Simon keeps walking.
You guys do eventually come to that third peak after about 3-4 hours. So when you guys leave where y'all camped for the evening, y'all walk for about an hour, and then that's when Simon kind of starts looking around and notices this, right? And then from that point, another probably 3 hours, you guys get to this where the trail goes around to the south side of the mountain here, and it kind of there's kind of this small plateau, maybe 30 to 40 feet before the peak of the mountain is just a sheer face that goes up, and then there's a small rock right about the middle of this plateau, and from the right angle it kind of looks like a bear.
Simon
That's
points
the
and goes,
that's sorry.
"Rawr,
Simon says, what?
rawr."
That's the only rock that looks like a beast.
Yes, is the only rock on the plateau. It's roughly 3 feet tall. It's not huge, it's just a rock about 3 feet tall, maybe 5 feet long, but it looks like a bear standing on all fours with its nose, its head looking forward towards the sheer face of the peak. Ross, almost it's the same situation I described to you earlier at this point.
Okay, same underlying.
Yeah,
Hoopty
your
hoopla.
stomach turns. Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to stand behind the rock and look in the same direction that the you said it's a bear?
Mm-hmm.
Look in the same direction that the bear faces.
As you're walking around this rock, you're kind of glancing up at the sheer, the face of this this wall. We'll call it a wall for now. This wall here, and as you get behind the bear and you kind of line up, you don't see anything. And after a moment, you kind of squat down to make sure that way your face is lined up along the back of this bear's spine looking, facing the exact same direction here. And as you squat down, you see a part of the wall which is, now that you see it, it's an optical illusion. Like the crevice or the cave entrance blends in so perfectly to the face of this mountain that without being in this exact spot, you would never see it.
Neat. Absolutely tickled by this revelation. Rowan spends like a few seconds like standing up, then crouching back down so where she can see it, then standing up, then crouching back down so she can see the path.
So it's like, so the bear's not okay. So if you look at my hands, I don't know if you can see my camera. But if you look at my hands, you have the wall face here, and the bear. You would think the bear's looking at it like this. No, the bear's looking at it more of an angle. And when you get down behind it, you see that there's a pathway that is the walls. The wall is kind of like this, like it opens up. But looking at it from head on, it just looks like a flat wall. You can't tell that there's a difference.
Oh, there's like an opening at a slant.
Right.
Got it. Yep. Okay. Ooh. I see the path.
Then walk, Rohan.
Yeah, there's.
Follow the leader, I guess, and
the
I'm
path.
gonna lead the way into the wall.
As
the
you
opening.
stand up and begin to walk, you completely lose it. Like it's gone. You know where it is, but standing up now, you don't see it anymore. But you know where it is. Like you can get there.
Okay. Yep.
And as you walk up to it, you get about a foot from it, and you question it. Like you know it was right here, and you reach out slightly, and everybody that's kind of following behind you sees your hand just kind of disappear into darkness. It's so well obscured that even standing right in front of it, you can't see it. If you didn't know it was there, you'd never see it, or you'd never find it, I should say. But yeah, you cross through and you enter into this cavern. And the funny thing is, once you step into it and you realize it's about 20 foot wide, like it is a massive entrance. I don't know how it's hidden. There has to be some kind of magic, right, to help create the illusion that it's not there. But when you step into it in that darkness, your eyes kind of adjust to the sunlight coming through the entrance here. You realize that this entrance is about 20 feet wide. Like it's big. You also realize it is unnaturally coated, walls, ceiling, floor, in ice, thick ice. And there's a drastic temperature drop when you step in. Kind of reminds you of someplace else you were.
I mean, you lead us. What you got, Queen?
Wait, I'm leading?
Unless you stopped for some reason. It sounded like you were leading.
Okay. Yeah, there's only one path in here, right?
Yes. As of now, yeah.
Okay, I'm leading the way, keeping my eyes out, my senses, just keeping an eye out for anything suspicious.
Other than the unnatural ice that coats everything in here, you don't see anything. You can actually hear the ice, almost as if it's freezing in front of you, the rock and everything. Like there's this cracking sound.
Do we have a mental link going?
Oh,
Not yet.
you can
What
do
do
it
you
now.
mean? All day, every day, bro. That's an automatic.
Well, give me a roll.
And I'm going to up my major medical.
It ran out just before you got here, so you'd have to do it again. If you did it when y'all woke up, then that 4 hours is gone. Oh shit, that's loud.
Well, let me use the ability then. So that way. But carry on. I can do this.
So yeah, there is a mental link established. Simon has. It's almost, as he said, it's natural at this point. Like he just automatically first thing in the morning and keeps. Oh, nice.
It's a 12, not a 10.
Let's go.
So yeah, there is a mental link here.
Does anyone know or something's wrong with the walls? Can anyone check on it? See if something is something we should watch out for?
How tall are the walls?
You got a ceiling in here. It's about 30 feet up. It varies. You know, you have stalagmites and stalactites and whatnot hanging from the ceiling, and the cave is not. So it looks like the cave is not natural, but it wasn't exactly done by dwarves either, right? So it's kind of rough.
I tap on it.
Yeah, piece of ice falls, kind of slides across the floor. Your footing is pretty precarious in here as well, as the ice, as the floor itself is covered in ice.
How thick?
Best you can tell, you see most of it. You can't see through. Like it's cloudy, right? But you do find spots here and there where you think you see stone, maybe 3 inches beneath the ice.
Okay.
If you're looking at it, you can almost see it crystallizing in front of you. Like as you watch it, it almost seems to be crystallizing and forming as more ice is slowly coating, adding layers to the coat here. It's not natural. I'm gonna put y'all on a map. You don't need to move through the map. This is just something besides the home screen to look at. But just to kind of show you what you're seeing here. Nope, sorry, not that one. There we go. Let me drop everybody in. Oh, it's a big group. Oh, wow. Rowan still has fucking spirit guardians going.
All day, every day, the blunder doesn't stop.
That's funny.
You're so ridiculous. Calm down. Oh my god.
Oh, I got
Someone on Instagram was like, "Oh, you go into like a castle full of undead. Haha, cleric does turn undead." And I was like, "Haha, cleric does spirit blender."
Yeah.
Oh, Thebe. That's who I'm missing. Yep. All right. Yeah, there you go. That's kind of what you're seeing there. If everybody would load. Anyways, as this is loading, yeah, this is it's definitely man-made, but it is not, as I said, of like dwarven make, right? It's kind of roughly cut through the stone here, so there are jagged surfaces and it's not all smooth and nice. But it is, especially for those in metal armor, very, very cold.
No, it's not.
Okay, why is it not?
Because of my thingy.
Phrasing.
Survivor.
Oh.
What the hell is that? What is Survivor?
It's a feat?
Is that just for you or is that for everybody?
That's just for me, unfortunately.
Oh.
Selfish
I can't-
ass motherfucker.
I can't make all of you immune to the cold.
I mean, you know. Shit. Gotta ask.
I sure spell that can. I don't think I'm not a light cleric, so I can't.
Damn, that's a nice feat. Holy shit. That's awesome for like Rime of the Frost Maiden, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rowan, you could tell it's unnaturally cold here, but for the moment you seem to be able to shake it off. Anybody else that does not have the survivor feat, especially Lika, who is a little more comfortable with heat, you hear teeth chattering.
Is it cold? Or is it just me?
It is unnaturally cold, I say. Mist, wreathing my face as I open my mouth to speak. Well, Ross opens his mouth to speak.
Since it was extremely recent, yeah, definitely the patch of ice y'all came through in hell immediately comes to mind.
Yep.
At the moment, yes, go ahead. At the moment, though, wait, you get 3 of them?
Yeah. I kept rolling 2, though.
Okay. At the moment, there doesn't seem anything impeding your travel other than the ice.
I want to stick my head in a fire.
Boros, you probably have some bad memories of cold. But as you travel through, I mean, y'all keep going.
Yeah, what am I concentrating on? I'm not concentrating on anything. What in the world? Girl.
Oh yeah, me
Girl,
too.
isn't it?
Girl, what is happening?
Oh, Lord.
So you want to keep the 8 and the 4 then? Okay. Yeah, as you guys, I guess, continue forward, since nobody said anything different. The temperature. What?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
The temperature doesn't seem to get colder than the initial, crossing of that threshold. Once you stepped in here, that temperature just dropped. It is steadily that cold, but it doesn't seem to be quite as bad as the area in hell that you had come across. It is teeth chattering, and you know that being in here for any length of time was probably extremely dangerous. But as long as you seems to be that as long as you're moving, you can maintain for a little while.
Okay.
It is kind of slick in here, though. There's times when those that are not quite as dexterous as others slip and bust their ass on some of the ice. But yeah, you get about maybe an hour into this cave, and is anybody trained in survival?
I am.
I am.
What's your passives?
17.
16.
That's enough. So you do notice that you are gradually traveling downward, and it seems as though you're slowly turning, like it's a slow spiral downward. Yeah, that's it. It's just a slow spiral downward. You are moving deeper into the mountain.
I'm moving further down. This must be the right direction.
Mm. Do I get any other sensations or feelings about all of us going down into this cave?
No, just that. I mean, it's almost. I mean, it's natural, right? In order for you to stay within the mountain, you would have to go deeper. Because if you just kept going in a same elevation straight across, you'd come out the other side of it with not very long a time, right? So.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to poke.
But for those of you, Ross, you're keeping your wits about you. Said you kind of paying attention. I'm sure Ross isn't the only one, right? As you're not just gonna walk blindly through here. You do notice. Actually, no. You'd have to make a perception check because everything's constantly freezing over. I mean, if anybody would like to give me 2 people can give me a perception check, or 1 person can roll an advantage. Up to you guys. And it's sight based.
I can make the check.
Okay.
Else? What's this?
I think Boros has this.
Okay. You can do it with
Something with
advantage.
advantage.
Alright.
I believe in you.
All right. Yeah.
There you go.
Beneath these layers, some of these layers of ice, you see deep gouge marks in some of the stone. Looks like a sharp weapon, or maybe a pair of weapons kind of gouged the stone. You don't know why, but
It looks like the remnants of possibly a fight. Whatever is at the end of this cave, we'd best keep our wits about us.
When you say that, there is something that Ross would chime in and say. Actually, I've been meaning to say this before we keep continuing. Whatever we're going to do next, we do need to make sure that we look out for one another. I know it might not be the most opportune time, but I think all of our tactics needs to surround around keeping each other safe. At this point, we can't lose even one person. So don't make any strong-headed or bone-headed maneuvers. You don't need to press yourself. You need to rely on the person next to you. You're all incredibly powerful and incredibly brave. I just wanted to say that because, well, we almost lost someone, or could have lost someone, but we were able to work together to make sure we didn't. That means something. And I would point out, like, hey, let's kind of work to our strengths here. Maybe consider our scouts ranging just a little bit ahead, and I kind of say Simon and maybe Thebe with those who are a little less hardy being at the center, so that they could provide some support or at least cast a spell to everyone if needed. Where Vec and I should be on opposite ends, one in the front, one in the back. And I'd like to do this for two reasons. One, to tell you guys in character how great you are. But two, I'm gonna go ahead and waste 10 minutes of our time. If you guys will listen to me, you could also just say, hey, Ross, shut the fuck up. But he's gonna keep talking over you because that's just the kind of friend I am. I do want to go ahead and use Inspiring Leader, though, and give everyone temporary hit points. Just in case it's needed. I believe it's 24 at this point. It is 24 temporary hit points at this point.
Okay.
So everybody gets 24 hit points.
Very good. Very good.
Except me.
Oh no. Did that not work?
Oh, darn it, Foundry.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Oh, it deleted one of the spells I added.
Rip. Getting it in.
I knew I was missing something.
I know that I'm missing a spell, but
Yeah, I'm missing
I just
all
can't
of
remember
the-
which one I was missing, so I just haven't added it, and it's never come up. So
I'm missing
Is it
all of the spells I got from Phil too.
Ask me that again, Anthony?
I'm missing all the spells that I have from Phil. The 2 lightning things and the flame shield.
Rip.
Really? The hell? Okay, hold on.
Oh, Foundry.
Also, Rowan and I don't know why I called you by your character names. Rowan and Boros, you do know that aside from grabbing it from plutonium, you could just go, if it's a normal spell, you could go into the compendium packs, go to item, and then go to DDB spells. You should be able to grab one of those spells from there. As long as it's not.
If it's here. No, it's not here.
No, it's not. Special spell.
I don't think so.
What's the spell?
Power word fortify.
That is definitely not. That's not a. That's a homebrew spell.
Is it?
I think. I'm pretty sure it is.
The Source Player's Handbook 2024.
Oh well, there you go. That's. Cause that's why. Cause. DM.
Yeah, it's I can't. Yeah, without rolling a lot of shit back, I'm not even messing with that at this point in the game.
Oh, okay.
You can get it from plutonium though.
Yeah.
You should
The
be able
problem is everything's been updated to 2024, and I'd have to go in and change it, like either lock things or maybe roll back. I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but this late into the campaign, I'm really not that worried about it. So I don't want to start. I don't want to do that. I just don't.
It is
Foundry's
what it is.
gotten buggy as it is, and I don't want to start fucking with shit.
Yeah, but Rowan, you can still pull it from. Oh,
Got it.
I don't know that you can.
I found it.
Oh, okay, good. Then there you go.
Why the hell did it get rid of Phil's things? Damn it, man.
I remembered this spell. It's only ever
Hey.
come up once. Only ever come up once.
I'm gonna have to give you that stuff back somehow. A lot of it I customized for because it was Phil, so I'm gonna have to go in and redo it.
I mean, I'm not sure if I actually need any of it right now, so
Right.
not a big problem. There's only one thing I think I might need.
Well, the fire shield would be nice,
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
nice.
and the lightning step, basically Misty Step with a lightning bolt attached to it, was part of it too. But yeah.
For all
Lightning step.
intents and purposes.
So, anyways, as you guys travel into this, through this, you get a couple hours in, and you said you were kind of hoping somebody would kind of go up front. Who would be those people?
I'll be one of
Yeah, yeah. I think it would be Simon. And if Thebe could be motivated as well, I would say Thebe as well.
Yeah, Thebes seems to be much more tuned
Focused.
in than usual.
Locked in. Nice.
So, oh, he's already there. Duh. So yeah, he would definitely go up front. So, Thebe and Simon. Well, I guess I'm talking to myself and Simon. Whoa, dude. As Thebe stops and kind of points, Simon, you notice, about the same time, you notice that there's definitely blood beneath this, the very top layer of ice, and lots of it.
Okay.
It is very obviously blood.
I pass that on. Looks like, shit died here. Can I make out anything that resembles bodies?
Well, yeah, as you guys kind of get up, and there's just one point where you kind of round a corner. You see what you see.
Oh, yeah.
These things here, these are the exact same creatures y'all fought in hell in that ice field. But they are on the ground and unmoving, as are the other creatures which you are familiar with, which you have not seen in quite some time.
Okay, they're all dead.
Yep, every one of them. And looking about, there seems to have been a huge battle fought here. You can't tell how recent because of the ice. The ice is already beginning to coat some of the bodies. But it couldn't have been that long ago because some of the bodies, most of the bodies here are still only partially covered in ice. Like, it hasn't been that long.
Okay, can I recognize two different sides? Or is it just all bad guys or,
Well,
whatever?
from what you know, these creatures here are a natural creature from this world. The ones you guys that had come up against were corrupted. Now that you're aware of all this corruption, they were corrupted. But you don't know if these things are evil or good per se, but you know they're just natural creatures from this world.
Gotcha.
So, and possibly you do know from fighting them, they are kind of vulnerable to fire. Ice doesn't seem to phase them much. So, it makes sense that they would live somewhere like this.
Simon whispers, "Feel the burn."
Okay.
And I guess my arm starts to glow.
Yeah, as a little flame blade appears in your hand.
I relay everything I see back to everyone through the link. Looks like, shit was fought here.
Yeah, I'll move y'all up so y'all can see. Like I said, this cave just kind of portrays what you're looking at, but it's not, you're not like 60 feet from the entrance. Y'all are way deep in the mountain at this point. But yeah, as y'all come around, y'all see the bodies of these creatures just scattered all over.
I wonder what killed them.
I think we're going to find out.
Oh, hey, Adam?
Yeah.
Question about, echoes. They remain as long as they don't get hit?
Yep.
And so long as Lika doesn't move 30 feet away, right?
Right, yeah, they can, you can call them out and they can stay indefinitely.
Yeah, could I summoned Echo.
Sure thing.
Thank you.
There you go.
Actually,
so you asked that question, I wonder what killed them. It looks as though they fought each other. Like, you guys know that these ice creatures are from hell. And these creatures, these brutes that you know them as, are a natural creature that lives in this world. Deducing from the way the bodies are thrown around or laid about, and you can tell that they were fighting against one another. There's an invasive species here, which would be the ice demons.
Well,
We need to hurry.
yes.
Looks like there's a path, or several paths ahead. One seems to circle back. The other seems to go deeper.
Yeah, as y'all pass through, everything here is dead, but there's, now you understand where the ice is coming from. As, again, you guys are familiar with these ice creatures and what they do. For this entire cave to be like this, there has to be more of them. But, at the moment, you see nothing. And it is also, once again, other than the slight cracking sound of ice and the echoes of you guys crunching on it, there's no sounds in here outside of that. Again, eerily quiet. But you do travel on for a while. Oh, hang on, I need to do this again. Wow. It's been about 2 hours at this point of traveling inside the cave, and there's once again that pulse that you don't hear, you just feel it. Give me... Everybody here, I guess, can roll me an insight check on this.
Yeah.
Nice, DM. Insight check. Oh my gosh! Oh, this must be a decent sized map.
Yeah, it's
there
not
you are.
supposed to be, but it is.
Of course. Having Foundry. Actually, it's just my life, so I can't even be mad at Foundry for this one.
Boros. Yep, Boros. And I may roll one for Thebe, too. Might as well. Where is Thebe? Shit, he's got a pretty good inside check. Damn, he rolled a fucking 30. Can y'all see that?
Nope.
No, you.
There
It's
you go.
private GM. Nice.
Yeah, Boros and Thebe, especially Thebe with a 30, realize that that is, how do I explain this? That is something messing with the fabric of this world, the very fabric of this place. Like it is, there's something disturbing the natural vibe of this world.
That's such a deep way to put that.
Yep.
The vibes are off, man.
Yeah. Vibe check.
This is unnatural. Like, the very essence of this entire plane is being corrupted.
I've been sensing of the constant presence of fiendish energy. This could be Bale's work.
You think he got to the World Stone already?
I can't tell, but I do know that whatever's happening is this entire region is blanketed in demonic force and demonic power.
Well, if that blast this morning was anything to go by, I'd suggest we pick up our pace.
I nod.
Agreed. Just... if we come face to face with it... If we have an inkling that we're about to fight something very powerful... just stay by me for a moment before you run off to fight. I have something that may help us, but... I can only cast it in a small area.
How often can you cast it?
Once or twice.
Yeah, I give you a look that's like, I trust you, but remember we do have a big fight ahead of us.
Listen, I won't use it unless I know for sure we're going into something big.
Yeah. You get a small nod.
If Bale has indeed reached the World Stone, something big is putting it rather lightly.
Yeah.
Cataclysmic, but...
All right.
Alright. Okay, yep.
as you guys continue on, let's do this. What the fuck just happened? Don't do this to me. Wait, why? What? No.
Yes.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
Certainly.
It's the wrong token. What?
It's the right token.
There it is.
Correct.
Let's see if that worked. It did work. Alright. And this. Sorry, I thought I'd be able to set it up, but shit, shit fucked up on me. Okay. You guys travel on, again, getting deeper and deeper into this mountain, and there comes a point where you guys enter a smaller portion that is much more narrow. Simon and Thebe. Let's do this. Where's tokens? Come on. Simon. Okay. Vic. Rowan. Ross. Boros. Jesus. Nope, not Dragon Boros, just Boros.
Oh, why you gotta be? Come on, don't do that.
Doris is coming back.
I have, well, I have an image where he polymorphed into a dragon or whatever. And yeah, I still have it. I grabbed it instead of his actual token.
Set base.
Did I preload a scene for y'all?
No.
Oh, no.
How about now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, this is a very small scene.
Okay.
But
I still don't see the ice game. Alright. I saw something preloaded. I can't see it though.
oh, I haven't loaded it yet. I haven't activated it yet.
Okay.
But as you guys round the corner, this thing needs to be bigger. Why is it so small? Oh, that's why. Gotcha. Yeah, here we go. I'll just do this. Not hiding at all, just kind of sitting there waiting for you. You see several creatures. As you round the corner, Ross, you see a creature that you only saw for a flash of a second as something that was following along behind Baal when he entered the Temple of the Ancients. But you
Oh, what
see,
the fuck is that?
you definitely see. Well, we'll just do this. Something like that. Roughly 12 to 13 feet high.
Great, now we got
Ish.
demon T-Rexes.
As you guys round the corner, you just hear this loud. I can't do it too loud because Discord will cut me off, but this loud echoing roar. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can. Maybe I can do this. Does this work? Let's see. Oh.
Rip.
Nothing's playing. Oh well. Regardless, as it roars at you. There you go.
Yeah.
And the creatures begin to charge. As if they knew you were coming. But with that, we're going to call it a night. As I am actually really, really tired.
You did good, yeah.
So, our first minion of destruction, people. That's what this thing is, if you're wondering. For those watching, anyways, that are not familiar with Diablo 2 lore. But they're going to be fighting one now. So, we'll see how this goes next week. If you're watching, thank you. Press all the buttons. Hit everything. Turn notifications on. Leave a comment. All that good stuff. Share and get us out there, man. Let everybody know about us. And as of now, we'll see y'all next week. Thanks for watching.
Hey.
Bye.